So what we're going to do first, which isn't in the tutorial as a first step, but we're going to skip ahead of that because this workshop lets us do things in different orders and learn a few tricks that let us get things a little bit more efficiently, done a little bit more efficiently, let me tell you. So I have a lip brush, nice and fine. You can see I've been using it for doll knit. I'm not sure if it'll show up. I have scribbled using my beeswax crayon onto a scrap piece of knit. I have an extra scrap piece of knit. And I have another extra scrap piece of knit. Now, you only need these two if you're just blushing. And a lip brush if you have one. If you don't have one, that's completely fine. You could use a Q-tip or just use your knit, your blush on your knit. This just makes everything a lot easier. I have this extra one because I'm going to show you some freckling, and I like to practice the freckles on the knit before I put it on the face, because once that's on the face, you can't get it off. So to start with our blush, I'd like to define his lips. Now I'm not going to go overboard because I do want him to be a boy, but boys have lips. I've never seen a boy without lips. So I'm going to use my blush on this little brush, and I got it on there pretty good. If you're a little bit nervous, you can try it on your skin here. You can see it'll come off. So I am going to start by gently blushing just the lower part of the definition of the lip, since that is going to benefit from having the shadowing and a little bit of color. It looks a little bit funny at this point, but we'll blend it down and it'll look very natural and nice. I'm going to go up a little bit on the front of the lip, not too much, because I don't want him to look like he's wearing lipstick. I just want him to have a natural little bit of a color in his lips. He's got kind of a cute little smirk. So instead of the little pout, let me just grab the little pouty mouth I do have. This sweet little girl is a lot more delicate, and her little mouth is like a lot more pouty. You can tell it's pouty because it is. I'm sorry if the lighting's not so great. Let me try this again. Her little mouth has a shape where it kind of comes down on the corners, so she's pouty a little bit more. Very sweet little expression. This little guy looks like he's full of trouble, which is similar to my little guys, who are often full of trouble. So what I'm going to do is continue to just use my little blush brush. I'm going to do a little bit on the lower lip, or make an illusion of a little bit of a lower lip. My next step, so there's a little mouth. It looks quite red right now. I'm going to blend it in. It's hard to tell with this poor lighting, but that might help a little bit. So the next spot I'm going to blush is over the nose. Using my blush brush again, I like to define the nose a little bit by blushing over top of it. I'll then take my blush and gently do my cheeks. See how that comes off? Very gently, less is more. So I'm just going to define my cheeks on both sides. So after this part is done, I'll probably do a little bit more off camera, but after this part is done, I'll take my scrap knit that has nothing on it and start kind of buffing it. And that'll allow the blush to look more natural and blend in. You can see which side has been buffed, and it's this side, and this side hasn't. So I'm going to fiddle with that and buff at the mouth a little bit and buff at the cheeks and see if there's any other spot on the face that I want to add a little bit of blush. And I'll come right back and I will show you freckling.